Welcome and thank you for tuning in to Fox Valley Television. Blustery night. It's the Yorkville Foxes versus the Kankakee K's. And we're looking forward to a good game. It's our first game of the season. And it's rainy, but we're hanging in there. My name is Jim Nowak, and I'm here with
Jim Gibbons.
And we're ready for some football. Friday night lights ready to be kicked off.
At Yorkville, Campbell Field. Correct.
Number 8, Josh Beetham with the kickoff. Foot to ball and foot's in the air. Out of the end zone, it'll be 1st and 20, or 1st and 10 at the 20 for the Caneville K's. The Kankakee K's are led by number 8, Cameron Gary, their quarterback. Also, number 21, Antonio Pittman, senior running back. Yorkville has taken the field. They are led by number 25, Cale Reeder, who also ran the flag out when the game started. Kankakee coming out onto the field where it's 1st and 10 at the 20. We'll see how much the elements play into tonight's game as it is blustery and rainy. Number 8, Gary, hands the ball off to the running back for about a 2-yard gain. That was Pittman.
And stop by number 10, Sidman. Nick?
Looks like it'll be 2nd and 8 from the 22. Cameron Gary out of the shotgun again. Pittman to his right. Ball snapped, a little high snap. Nice handoff to Pittman. He takes it a couple yards to his left and is down about the 25-yard line. Looks like about a 3-yard pickup. Zach Petula with the stop for Yorkville. Cameron Gary back into the shotgun on 3rd and 6. Ball is snapped, runs to his right, dumps the pass off to number 11, Jonathan Pitts, who's out of bounds and may have enough for the first down. Looks like he made it to the 32-yard line. If that's it, he'll be enough for a first down.
They are moving the chain, so they are calling it a first down.
And check that the ball will be spotted, looks like at the 34-yard line. So it looks like it was about a 10-yard pickup, not an 8-yard pickup. Gary back out of the shotgun again. Snap is there. Throw to his right, low. Nice catch by number 11, Pitts. But it looks like it's about maybe a 1-yard gain, maybe a couple-yard loss even. Loss of 3 on the play, 2nd and 13. PA confirms it's loss of 3 and it's 2nd and 13 from the 31-yard line. Gary back out of the shotgun again. Scans the field, hikes the ball. Pressure coming, looks like there could be a hold. He's gonna get out of bounds as he runs to his left. Out of bounds at the 36-yard line. We'll see if there's a flag on the field.
There's no flag yet.
It appears the Yorkville coach is questioning, but Dan McGuire is not going to get a call here. And we're going to move to 3rd and 6. Looks like it's a 38-yard line. Gary looks at the coach to see what the call is. And the 3rd and relatively short at 3rd and 6. With 1 first down so far, let's see if they'll go to the air or if they're going to run yet again. Gary out of the shotgun. Pittman behind him. Ball's handed off to Pittman. Going for a yard, maybe 2, but he's going to be short of the first down. Looks it'll be
4th and 5. Yorkville made a great stop there.
So we'll see if the punter comes out or if they're going to go for it. It sure looks like they're going to go for a punt here.
Makes sense a little bit early in the game to take the risk at the 5 on the other side of the 50, but let's see.
Correct. Number 16, Ernest Robertson Jr. comes in for a punt into the wind. The south wind looks like it's about a 15-mile-an-hour wind. Snap is off. Kick is almost blocked or maybe partially blocked. It rolls past the 50, and looks like it'll roll out of bounds or is down right at the Yorkville 46-yard line. Teams will change in the Foxes were able to hold on defense there and will start 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. Good field position. Senior Josh Beetham out of the shotgun, number 8. Takes a low snap, handles it well, drops for a pass to Nico Mordrano, incomplete to the far left side of the field. Beetham calling for them to go no huddle. Gets the call and will go out of the shotgun. He's adjusting the line and adjusting his wide receivers. Running back Jacob Brooks in the backfield. Runner in motion. And it looks like there's a whistle and a stoppage of play.
Offsides. Kankakee.
The call is encroachment against the K's. It's a 5-yard walk-off, which will now make it 2nd and 5 for the Foxes from the 49-yard line of Kankakee, the other side of the field. Beetham ready for the snap out of the shotgun once again. Fakes the handoff, passes to his right, and a big hit applied by number 10, I think that was.
Hill Jr.
Number 10, Jaron Hill Jr. Looks like it's no gain there.
He saw that one coming. He read that one completely all the way.
Correct, he did. Very nice play, very good field awareness right there. So 3rd and 7, Josh Beetham discusses with the troops what the play will be on 3rd and long here. 3rd and 7, they're back on the other side of the 40, the Yorkville side of the 40. Beetham out of the shotgun. Snapped, handoff. Looks like he's going to have enough for the 1st down with the run by Jacob Brooks. Looks like he'll pick up about 11, and it'll be a 1st down at the Kankakee 39-yard line. Beetham breaks huddle once again. Goes out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. Has a little cross-up with the running back, and the pass is complete, but for minimal yardage to number 11, Cole Podlasek.
Actually, we lost 2 on that one, but that's okay.
Brought down by number 2, Kashawn Williams.
Kashawn Williams, number 2, with the tackle there. Thank you, Jim. Loss of 2, you are correct. So we'll bring up 2nd and 13 from the 42-yard line on the left side of the field for Josh Beetham and company. Out of the shotgun. Ball is snapped. Beetham scans the field, decides to run, gets a couple of yards. Looks like he'll pick up 4, maybe 5 yards on that carry, right up the middle.
Number 8, Cameron Gray.
Cameron Gray, the other quarterback for Kankakee, actually, with the tackle on number 8, Josh Beetham, with about a 5 to 6 yard gain. 3rd and 6 from the 37. We'll see what Yorkville has on this 3rd down play here.
Looks like his tight end was open last time. You couldn't see him, couldn't get to him. Let's see. Where they look to get to the ball to the outside.
Fake the handoff to Brooks in the backfield. Going deep.
And he lost up.
Oh, and it was in his hands and dropped. I missed who the wide receiver was. It looked like it might have been their tight end. Brady Fisher was the intended target. Had the ball in his hands, couldn't quite pick it up with the wind and the rain. That may have been a factor. Elements are a factor today. It'll be 4th and 8, and it looks like the Foxes are actually going for it on the Kankakee side of the field. It'll be 4th and 8 from the 37-yard line. Beetham out of the shotgun one more time. Has the snap, scans the field, looking to his right, dumps it again deep. Oh, and another pass that was dropped It looks like it may have been that same player, number 81, Brandon Fisher. Or Brady Fisher, excuse me, Brady Fisher.
They do see a mismatch over there. Even the last play, he made a great move to free himself up, going down the far side.
He could not come up with that. And I will have to correct that. That was Cole Podlasek that he went for with the incomplete pass. Hit him in the hands. He just couldn't bring it in. So turnover on downs. Kankakee will get the ball with 7:07 left in the first quarter. They will come out on their own 37-yard line, hoping to see if they can add to the margin that they had the first set of downs. Cameron Gary out there with his running back, Lavelle McIntosh, this time in the backfield. High snap, fake handoff. Oh, no, it is a handoff. I take that back to Antonio Pittman. Looks like he went forward for about 5 yards. Number 6, Jerry Roberts was on the stop there, and it will be 2nd and 6 from the 41-yard line now for the K's. Cameron Gary checks with the coach, comes back out of the shotgun. Pittman to his right. Snap is true. Pass right there to number 1. Turns the corner, and he puts on the Jets up to the 40, to the 35, to the 30. Still going, still pumping their legs. Down all the way to the 23-yard line. Looks like it's about a 20-plus yard gain right there.
Brought down by Jacob Race, finally.
And Chatavian, Spivey, for a big gain. But was there a flag on the field? There is. We'll wait to see what the call is. Could it have been holding?
Could have been holding.
We would think with a big gain like that, that's traditionally what you may see. Here's the call.
And it's behind the line of scrimmage.
It's holding on Kankakee, so that'll negate that big, large gain that took him all the way down to the 27. Another big gain that was called back due to holding. They'll march it off, and let's see where Kankakee will end up now. Which is a big swing because they were on the Yorkville 27, where they'll now be on their own 27. So a huge 46-yard swing on that
swing on that one, yeah.
On that holding play. So very costly. Cameron Gray back not under center, back out of the shotgun with Pittman to his left this time. The snap is there. Runs back, drops a pass over to number 11, Jonathan Pitts, who picks up about 5 to 7 yards on that play. Looks like a pickup of 6. Jake Holloway, number 24, on the stop. It'll be 3rd and 17 from the 30 for the K's. Another 3rd and long. We'll see how they go here, moving left to right on your screen. Snap back, the quarterback, he's pressured, and he's going down, and the ball's loose. Picked up, but they're going to call he was in the grasp. In the grasp. And Tywan Stewart is the quarterback that's come in for Cameron Gray, and he is down and sacked. Number 81, Brady Fisher, who's been having some time on the offense, also playing defense, gets the sack. So not change of possession yet, but 4th and 17 it looks like, or maybe even longer from the Kankakee 19. They'll come in to punt. 16, Ernest Robinson Jr. with the kick. The ball goes straight up, and the wind holds it up. It has not gone very far, but he gets a
nice bounce.
Gets a nice Kankakee roll, and they will down it at the 38-yard line. The Kankakee 38-yard line, so the Foxes yet again will enjoy great field position there. It appears that the elements are having some factors into today's game, with the punt being held up and many of the drop passes so far, maybe due to the wet ball, with the humidity level high and the rain continuing. Beat them out of the shotgun. Tight end in motion. Shotgun snap. Handoff to number I missed that one. I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
know. That's it.
24 with the tackle. Three with the tackle, excuse
Number
me.
30.
No, 3 with the tackle. Daquan Burns with the tackle. Snap to Beetham out of shotgun. It goes right through his legs, and he's tackled back at the 44-yard line. That'll be a big loss. And again, the Elements having their way with the football here. There's an 8-yard loss there.
Sorry, that previous play was number 30, Brandon Lee.
Thank you. Brady Fisher coming to the sideline. Josh Beetham looking at a 3rd and 14 here for the Foxes. We'll see what they'll dial up from the K's 41-yard line. Looks like number 23 has joined him in the backfield. That's Torian Harris, the junior.
Got trips right.
Running back, wide receiver in
Nothing.
motion. On the screen,
Nice.
to number 4, Nico Medrano. Gets some yardage, but we're not sure if enough for the first down, but it's awfully close. We'll see where it's marked. Looks like it's marked at about the 40-yard line. It looks like it's going to be short by about 3 yards, it looks like. Nico Medrano, the senior, with about an 11-yard gain on that play. 4th and 3. Looks like the Foxes will be going for it. About 3:08 left in the first quarter. Still no score from Campbell Field. Josh Beetham out of the shotgun. Oh, no, actually going under center now with 3 running backs. Almost a wishbone. Ball is handed off to the fullback. He breaks and he's going, and he's still running. Can't be tackled, and he's down. Big gain by the Yorkville fullback.
30, Brandon Lee.
Thank you. Number 30, Brandon Lee with almost a 20-yard run. That'll be a Yorkville first down, and it looks like they are in the red zone now at the Kankakee 6-yard line. Back to the triple running back set. Beetham under center. Snaps the ball. Hands off to number 34 once again. That is Jacob Brooks for gain of maybe 1. Not much running room there. Good solid tackle by the Caneville defense there. Kankakee defense. Looks like Jaquan Burns with that.
I'm sorry, Jim. I know I've caused that little slippage of you.
That's all right. I will get it. It's Kankakee, and I am sorry, Kankakee fans, if I have called your team name wrong a couple times tonight. Beetham under center once again with the triple running back option. Ball slips out of his hand, and it's down. He does recover quickly. No turnover there, but it looks like it's going to be about a 5-yard loss. It'll put him in 3rd and long. It looks like it's a 3-yard loss, so it's 3rd and 10.
Clock running with 1:45 to go.
Ball placed at the Kankakee 10-yard line. Beetham back out of the shotgun with number 34, Jacob Brooks, to his left. Runner in motion. Handoff to the running back in motion, number 11, Cole Podlasek. Gain of about 3, looks like. It'll be 4th and 7. Brought down by Jaquan Burns yet again. Been calling his name a lot. He's been all over it for the Kankakee defense. Number 3, Cade Henry in to kick. The senior will be kicking the ball, looks like from about the 14-yard line, so this looks like it'll be a 24-yard attempt. We'll see if the Elements will deal with will affect the kicker. Wind at the kicker's back. Snap is true. Kick is up.
Kick is good.
And through the uprights. And it's 3-zip Foxes.
42 seconds left in the first quarter. Foxes take the lead, 3-0.
That was Cade Henry, number 3, the senior kicker, with the field goal. Looks like he will be the place kicker as well for the kickoff. And as you said, with about 40-some seconds left in the first half at Campbell Field, the Yorkville Foxes take their first lead of the season, as well as the quarter, at 3-0. Coach is discussing strategy for the kickoff.
Always great to start the season off with a lead.
That's true. Foxes will be kicking off from the south side of the field with the south wind at their back from their own 40-yard line. Back for the kickoff, Matthias Clark, number 23. And the kick is up, and it is actually to number 23, who touches the ball. Matthias Clark, who downs the ball in the end zone, and disaster is averted. Kankakee will take over at their own 20-yard line. We'll see which quarterback comes out for this one, if it'll be Taiwan Stewart or if it'll be Cameron Gary. We'll see who comes out with 39 seconds left in the first quarter. So the elements are having an effect today, and we will see if it'll help Kankakee in the second quarter when they'll have the wind at their back instead of going into the wind, which seemed to have a little bit of effect, at least on the punting game. The special teams, it had an effect. Kankakee discussing strategy on the sideline and will be coming out in just a moment. Yorkville pretty solid on defense so far. Kankakee's been causing their own trouble, it appears, with the holding call. And it looks like it will be number 6, Taiwan Stewart, with the handoff to number 21, Antonio Pittman, who runs it to the right and gets some yardage. Will be a pick of about 6.
Number 21, Antonio Pittman on the carry, brought down number 7, Keegan Daly.
Keegan Daly for Yorkville with the tackle. So check that, it's a 8-yard gain, and we'll see if they're going to try one more play, and they're not going to. So on 2nd and 2, they're just going to let the clock run out, and that'll put a cap on the first quarter at Campbell Field, with the Yorkville Foxes leading the Caneville K's 3-0. We'll be back after this. We are back live, 12 minutes in the start of the second quarter. Number 8, Cameron Gray back in at quarterback. Quick 2-yard slant to number 11, Jonathan Pitts. Looks like a pickup of maybe 2. That might be enough for the first down since it was 2nd and 2. We'll see where it's marked. It's looking like it's actually no gain, so it will be 3rd and 2. And we'll see what Gray does on 3rd and short here with 11.5 left in the second quarter. Pitts in the backfield. Hand off to Pitts. Looks like he's going to have enough for the first down.
Number 21, Antonio Pittman, the ball carrier, brought down number 50.
Check that at number 21, Antonio Pittman now in the backfield, replacing Jonathan Pitts. Enough for the first down. Kankakee K's moves to the 31-yard line and continue this drive. Cameron Gary back out of the shotgun again. Snap is true. Fake handoff. Quick slant. To number 11, that's Jonathan Pitts. Once again, a very important cog of this offense. Quick slant for a 5-yard pickup. Cameron Gary rushes the troops to the line. 2nd and 5. Trips to the left. Out of the shotgun, he takes a snap. Handoff to number 11. Jonathan Pitts again for a short gain, maybe 2 yards.
Stopped by the entire defensive line there. Good play, good defensive stop on these guys.
And I will have to retract that. It's Antonio Pittman again. The 11s and the 21s on the jerseys are messing me up tonight, so I do apologize. It's Antonio Pittman with the 2-yard gain. 3rd and 5 for Kankakee. Gary out of the shotgun once again. Ball is snapped. He looks to his right. Pressure. He eludes the pressure and gains a big gain of about 7 yards. That should be enough for a first down. Looks like he's down about the 46-yard line. Solid gain there.
He's brought down by Cale Reeder.
Taiwan Stewart with that, and it wasn't Cameron Gary. They're switching the quarterbacks quickly on me too, and I'm missing that. Number 8, Cameron Gary, now back at quarterback. Check that. It's Taiwan Stewart once again. He's out of the shotgun.
Defensive illegal movement in back there, but they're not calling.
Looks like it's not being called, and it looks like we're going to have.
He was set.
Now a shift.
I'm not sure.
It looked like that was a false start, but they're not going to call it. Out of the shotgun. Snap is bobbled. Stewart running to his right. Throws, and it's wide and out of bounds. A very unique play. We don't see that very often. I think they were looking for possibly some trickeration there. It did not turn out the way they were thinking.
Did not materialize itself.
Correct. So with that incomplete pass, it's 2nd and 10 with 9:28 left in the second quarter. Kankakee Canes have their ball at their own 45-yard line.
That was a kind of a unique play there that just didn't materialize itself.
Stewart out of the snap. A little bit of a botched handoff there, so he just dives forward for 2 or 3 yards, and maybe even back to the line of scrimmage.
Yes, that was a misplay. Half the offensive line did not move at the snap on that one.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
That was a broken play.
I'm surprised we didn't see a false start there.
Right.
Stewart with maybe even a 1-yard loss on that. So it's 3rd and 11. And it's Stewart and Pittman in the backfield. Stewart gets the snap out of the shotgun, runs to his right, drops a pass over to number 11, Jordan Pitts, who may have enough for the first down.
It looks like the changing of the quarterbacks here for Kankakee is causing a little bit of disarray in the backfield, in play calling at least.
It is, and I think it's keeping Yorkville off on their heels too as well, because that was enough for a first down, it appears. So they are now at the Yorkville 45-yard line, the opponent's side of the 50. Out of the shotgun snap. Taiwan Stewart looks to the sidelines for the play. Sets up the play. Puts Pittman now on his left. Snaps the ball, runs to his left. Looks like he'll tuck it and run. And he is down with about a 4 or 5 yard gain there. Looks like
Go ahead.
Looks like the tackle was number 24, Lavelle McIntosh on that. And we look like we had about a 5 yard gain for Stewart. Stewart still in the backfield with Antonio Pittman on this 2nd and 6 play out of the shotgun. Snap is a little bit high. Fakes to his right. Passes, dumps it off to Pittman, who picks up 1, maybe 2 yards.
This has been a long drive for them. They're eating up a lot of time on the clock on the single drive right here.
Correct, and tackled by number 22, Zach Katula on that.
Which actually means they're doing what they want to do with the ball right now.
Correct. 3rd and 5.
They're not making big gains, but they're making the small gains. They're making the small adjustments that they need in order to get down the field and eat up the clock.
Correct. Yep, 7:23 left in the second quarter. Stewart out of the shotgun. Hands off to Pittman. Pittman up ahead for a couple of yards, but gobbled up by, like you said, the whole Yorkville line. Gang tackling there to the tune of about 4 defensive tackles there. So it'll be 4th and 5.
This is their first 4th in this drive. Let's see if they decide to go for it or not.
And with Kankakee being on the Yorkville side of the field, you would think that they would, and it looks like they are going to go for it.
They have been able to move the ball short yardage when they needed to, so this is a great call by their coach. Let's see if it pays off.
4th and 4 from the 39. Stewart takes the ball and runs to his right with a quick pass to the sideline. If it's inbounds, it looks like it's a first down. Pass is incomplete, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Check that Cameron Gary was in on the pass. The pass was there, but could not be held on by the receiver. And turnover on downs. Yorkville will take the ball over. And like we said, they were marching down the field. Could they get it? Good call, just could not be held on. And the elements, again, with a wet ball may have been a factor there. Nonetheless, Yorkville will take over at their own 39-yard line. Josh Beethman out of the shotgun. 1st and 10, Yorkville. Snap is true, ball is handed off. And there's a big gain to the 40, down to the 30, to the 20,
it's a race
to the
now.
10. Touchdown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Touchdown, Yorkville. That run by number 5, Josh Grimaldi, the senior.
Did you see the offensive line open the hole on the right side for him? That was exciting. That was exciting.
Hole was open on the right side, and it looks like if it was slated at the 39-yard line, that's a 61-yard run by Grimaldi. I don't see any flags, so it looks like that touchdown will be true. It is now 9-0. Yorkville Foxes over the Caneville Canes. They're lining up for the extra point. Looks like we're short one guy. Nick Stemmet, number 10, comes out to help block for the kicker, number 3, Cade Henry. The snap is a little high. It's dropped. It's a fake. He's going to have to pass it. And it is knocked down by number 2, Kayshawn Williams, with a great defensive play there, the junior defensive back.
He's 6 foot, so he had a great chance.
Quite tall with a very solid vertical, so that extra point / 2-point conversion will not be converted, and it'll be 9-0 Foxes with 6:29 left in the second quarter.
But they did score, and I wish we had instant replay to come back and see who sealed off the linebacker on that last play, because that really broke him open down the right side here.
And not to bring in a religious term, but the Red Sea did part open with the jerseys there.
Yes.
And down the line, Brock Grimaldi went.
Oh. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see that play back again.
Yeah, I would think that's one you want to circle in the playbook. An excellent call by the Yorkville coaching staff there.
And in this weather, run it up the middle, make them pay, make them earn every yard. But that's the same philosophy, though, that the K's have been doing too. Keep the ball short yardage, run the ball up the middle, find the holes, hit the gaps.
I would say Dan McGuire, though, the Yorkville coach, has got to be happy with that last drive.
Yes.
Okay, so ball is set at the 40. And number 3, Cade Henry, is here for the kickoff. Ball is set. Foot to ball, and it looks like it's a pooch kick, which makes sense in the rain. Caught by number 53, Kelvin Early, called for a fair catch. Ball is down. It looks like it'll be at the 37-yard line. It depends on where they're marking it. 37 or 38-yard line of Kankakee.
Actually, I'm not sure he called for a fair catch. I think even Yorkville was a little confused on that play. Like, is he fair catching it, or?
It looked like he reluctantly waved, but I think he did wave because he had some worry about dropping the ball. As you said, the linebackers maybe making the play on that. Not used to handling the ball as much as the offensive line, running backs and quarterbacks, wide receivers, etc.
Look at play, because it does set them up at the 30.
So Kankakee comes out again. It looks like it's going to be Stewart, number 6 again, at the helm out of the shotgun.
Let's see the strategy here. Oh,
another botched snap. He picks it up and runs to his right. looking to get a little bit of yardage to see if he can come back to get to the line of scrimmage. It doesn't look like he's going to get there, but a valiant effort may get him a 2-yard loss. Maybe he got to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe like, yeah, they're marking it, maybe a yard loss.
Looks like that was Jacob Piasecki, number 52, with a tackle.
But still, that should have been an 8-yard loss that he recovered from. Great running.
2nd and 11, he goes out of the shotgun, dumps a pass off to number 1, Shavion Spivery, who's tackled and pushed out of bounds. A little extracurricular activity, but no flag on that.
And that was Jake Pongi again that made that stop. Great defensive play.
Looks like it will be a no call, and it looks like it will be a short gain. Looks like about a pickup of, maybe not a short gain. Maybe it looks like a pickup of 6. So it'll be 3rd and 5 for Kankakee.
They are going with the wind right now, so it looks like they're not afraid to put the ball in the air.
Yep. Stewart back out of the shotgun yet again. Gets the snap, has no trouble with this one, runs to his right, dumps off a quick pass to his wide receiver. Number 4, TJ Wicks, who is by far what looks like the tallest guy in the field. He's on our roster at 6'9", and he is a very big target to hit. The 50-50 ball, he should be the one you throw that ball to.
Yes.
Great height and utilized right there quite well by the K's.
At 6'9".
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 40. 5:45 left in the second quarter. Stewart assesses the line, and we'll go out of the shotgun once again. Another quick pass to number 81 this time, Robert Taylor. We have not called his name. He's a senior, but is part of the offense here, and we'll pick up 7 yards on that. Very good play.
Brought down by number 22.
We'll turn him to 2nd and 3 from the 47. Stewart out of the shotgun again. Another botch snap. Picks this one up and downs it. And that'll be a loss. That is a tough one. Down to the 35-yard line. That will be a detrimental loss on the play. That'll put him back to the 35-yard line. So now we're looking at 3rd and 15 for the K's. And again, the weather and the elements having some trouble.
Here. They're doing all the right little things to move the ball, short slants with the weather, running it up the middle. They're just not putting it together in order to get down the field yet.
True snap there. Stewart goes deep and just out of the hands of his receiver. Looking for number 81, Robert Taylor, once again. Was successful the first time, not as much on that one. Ball a little bit thrown ahead of him, but still a relatively good pass, and a pass that won't be picked off. A smart throw where it's either going to be the wide receiver or nobody.
It was a safe throw in this weather.
So 4th and long. That'll bring out the punt team for Kankakee. Waiting to see who will be out for the punt. High snap, bad snap, more troubles there. The kick will not be kicked, and he's sacked for a big loss. Big loss there. Huge play by Yorkville, and they take full advantage of the botched snap to Ernest Robertson Jr., number 16, the punter. Looks like tackle there might have been by number 81, Brady Fisher. He was in on the tackle.
Along with, I think, Jake again, number 24, PV.
Yes, Jake Powoli.
I'm sorry.
With the tackle. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 12. Great field position for Yorkville. Very opportunistic here. Let's see what they'll do.
They've got to turn this around. Once again, they are going against the wind right now, so let's see how they decide to make this drive.
Beetham under center. Hands the ball to the right, cut back to the left. Looks like it'll be about a 6-yard pickup there. That run by number 23, Torrin Harris. Looks like he will pick up about, oh no, it's actually not 7, it'll actually be 9. So 2nd and 1 from the 4. Very good field position here for Yorkville. Let's see if they can turn this into 6. Check that, spotted at the 5, so it'll be 2nd and 2. Beetham under center. He will take the snap, hand off to number 23, Torrin Harris again, who will zigzag down to his left, down to the 3, it looks like.
Maybe a yard or so.
By number 50, Kashawn Boyd of the K's.
Kashawn Boyd for Kankakee with the tackle.
And run good for a Yorkville.
They are calling it.
First and goal, Foxes.
They did get that more than the 2 yards needed, so it looks like it's about at the ball will be spotted about the 1.5, maybe the 2-yard line. So it's first and goal, very opportunistic for the Yorkville Foxes here. Let's see if they can cash this one in. Beetham under center, yes, again. 3 running back backfield. Ball is handed off up the middle to the fullback, number 30, and it looks like he is in. Brandon Lee with the touchdown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yorkville with a touchdown. Their second rushing touchdown of the day, and that puts the score up to 15-0. Yorkville solidly ahead at the moment. Looks like number 3, Cade Henry, will be out for the kick. We'll see kicking into the south end zone with the wind at his face. Snap is true. Kick is up, and it's right down the middle. No issue there.
It's good.
So 1 of 2 today on the extra points. And a 16-0 lead for the Foxes here at Campbell Field with 3:34 left in the second quarter. Yorkville really benefiting on the good field position. And Kankakee having some troubles with getting the snaps and getting the ball down. I'm not sure if that's as much the elements or if it's just first game jitters. Nonetheless, it's wreaking some havoc on the Kankakee offense. For a couple of big plays that they've had some issues.
But they've taken, for the most part, they've taken care of the ball. They've been moving the ball down the field. They just can't put it together. There's always a little something that stops them from making the drive.
Yorkville special teams coming out to kick the ball from their 40, moving left to right on your screen. Number 3, Cade Henry for the kickoff. Back to return for Kankakee. For the K's, it's number 23, Matthias Clark. And it looks like maybe number 11, Jonathan Pitts. Henry kicking into the wind. We'll see how far this one goes. He gets a leg into it. Looks like it's picked up about the 30-yard line, ran up to maybe about the 35. Could not see who that was on that. Number 12, it looks like. That's Damon Autumn, the junior. Ran that back out to about the 31-yard line, where Kankakee will have their 4th possession of the night. First and 10 from the 31 for the Kankakee K's. Let's see if they can put a more solid drive together here. Jim, as you said, they have moved the ball slightly, but they've just had some Achilles heels plays that has really costed them.
Agreed.
So we'll see how they come out with 3:26 left in the half and which quarterback will come out. It looks like it's going to be number 6, Stewart. With number 23, Matthias Clark in the backfield. Handoff to Clark. He goes to his right, gains some yardage, and he will pick up about 15 yards on a big hit. Nice tackle there, number 51 for Yorkville. If I'm reading my schedule right, that's Phil Lachurko, check that. That'll move him to the 47-yard line. Kankakee going no huddle. Stewart out of the shotgun, calls for the snap, handoff, and it looks like there's a flag. We may have a false start here. We'll see what the flag is. Dead ball, it's actually offsides on Yorkville. So Yorkville not helping their cause here, giving 5 yards to Kankakee. Referees having a discussion. Maybe there's a question if it is offsides or if it is a false start.
It looked like they did line up offsides. I think the no huddle of Kankakee caught Yorkville off guard just a little.
It could. They're powwowing here. We'll see what the referee is going to call here as he runs out. Let's see what the call will be. If there's a reversal of call or if it's same call. He's running over to speak with Dan McGuire, the coach, and let's see what he explains to see if
I think they lined up. I mean, they
may have lined up in the
off
neutral
the
zone, and that's what the call
That's what
might be.
call is.
Let's see for the clarification here. So I guess it is going to be the lined up in the neutral zone offsides call on Yorkville, as it still stays 1st and 5 for Kankakee at their own 47. Oh no, they're going to march it off now.
No, they have to march it off.
So that will put them on the Yorkville side of the field. So that will be 1st and 5 from the Yorkville 48, as Stewart is back in the shotgun once again.
He's on the edge of lining up offsides again. It's the offside tackle. Very close to it.
Out of the shotgun, Stewart with the snap. Spivery with the reception yet again. Hey, here's some whistles. I'm wondering if there's another flag there.
Number 1, Spivery. 25 leader brings him down. There is a penalty marker.
There is that. The PA confirmed that there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is here. Looks like the penalty will be on Kankakee. That'll move him back 5. And Kankakee again. Snake bit yet again with another penalty. It may have been ineligible receiver downfield. That's what it looks like the call is. And we'll see if it's a loss of down as well. 3:02 left in the second half, excuse me, in the second quarter of the first half. And that's actually going to be a 10-yard penalty. I was wondering if it was going to be 5 or 10.
Yeah. You got to keep your guards this side of the ball. That's a joke, Jim.
You're correct. And again, Kankakee hurting themselves, putting themselves back on their side of the field. So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 47. Let's see what they can do here.
It's the little things.
It's the little things that have been really causing a problem. Handoff, number 23, Matthias Clark to the right. Tackled by, it looks like, 24, Jake Paloe for a short gain.
The ball carrier, 24, Jake Holloway, number 52, Jacob Piasecki on the side.
And it looks like it'll be maybe a 1-yard gain. So it's 2nd and 9 as we're at about 2.5 left in the first half here. We'll see if Kankakee has a little more urgency knowing that the clock is running against them right now. Stewart out of the shotgun, gets a snap, fakes a run to his right, and throws it into the ground. It will not be intentional grounding. He was out of the tackle box, but pressure made him drop that ball off at the feet of number 23, Matthias Clark.
And that pressure was caused by number 10, Nick.
Looked like it good. Nick Stemmett, the backup quarterback. Good pressure by Yorkville yet again. And it's 3rd and 9. And we'll see if they're going to try to eat up clock or they're going to try to still
They've got to
go for pay dirt here on 3rd and 9. They got a ways to go. Snap back to Stewart. He tucks it. Flag on the field. Stewart gets a couple of yards and tackled yet again by Yorkville. The defense all over him there. Looks like the tackle was by number 18, Ben Stemmett. It looks like it is holding on Kankakee, and again, shooting themselves in the foot with the penalties or the mishandling of the pigskin. So that'll move them back another 10. So it'll be 3rd and 19. Looks like it'll be from their 38 if my calculation's correct, pending on where the holding call will be. Let's see where they'll spot it. Referee signals holding. It'll be declined, so it will not be 3rd and 19. It'll be 4th and 9 from their own 48. Smart call by the Yorkville coach to keep them within a chance of getting the ball with over 2 minutes left in the half to see if they can even put in another 3 or even hit pay dirt once again. So number 16, Ernest Robertson Jr. comes out to kick, and it looks like it's going to be a timeout by Kankakee here. That'll leave them with 2 left in the half, and the coaches will powwow with both teams, both special teams, here. Again, Kankakee, Jim, having some troubles with the special teams, with the snapping of the ball, a couple of costly holding penalties as well.
I think it's just early in the season for these guys. Let's see what adjustments they're going to make coming out the second half. We got 2 minutes left. But it's just fine-tunements that they need to make, though, in order to get the ball down the field.
I agree. Now, here's my question for you. If you're the K's coach, what do you tell them for the second half? What do you take away from the first half, and what do you recommend for the second half?
They just got to keep doing what they're doing, running the ball up the middle. These short slants that they're doing that they've been successful with. One thing the coaches have got to be concerned with, though, is that Kankakee has had the time possession of the ball. They have got to be winning in that area. Of course, they haven't been able to materialize any points because of that, but that's probably the only thing that coaches are looking at right now. That's the time of possession.
Yeah, that's a positive to hang their hat on. So it's 4th and 9. Snap to Robertson Jr. Solid kick will roll and will go out about the inside the 15. No return for Yorkville on that. We'll wait to see exactly where the spot is as the referee's still running down the left sideline here towards the north end zone. And it looks like it'll be spotted about the 13 or 14 yard line where Yorkville will take over. We'll see when the referee spots the ball. It might actually be the 12-yard line. So it looks like it's going to be the 12. 1st and 10 for Yorkville, 16-0 lead. 2:03 left in the first half. Quarterback Beetham out of the shotgun. Some jumping there, might have been offsides. And if there's contact, it will be encroachment. We'll see what the call is. Looks like a K jumped, and they're going to call offsides. That'll be a quick 5 yards that'll really help Yorkville. No time off the clock, an extra 5 yards. Very beneficial for Yorkville, and just the opposite for the K's as the penalties have really been costly for them. So it's 1st and 5, Beetham out of the shotgun with number 23, Torrin Harris on his right. Handoff to Harris, he picks it up, goes up the middle, gains a couple of yards, and is tackled quickly.
Harris, ball carrier, brought down by number 50.
Keyshawn Boyd on the stop there, number 50.
Yeah, quick little pickup of maybe 1 or 2, but not much. They might just be content with the 16 points so far at half, especially with the slippery conditions. Nonetheless, it's 2nd and 6, so it was actually a loss of 1 on that. We'll see if Beetham's going to go out of the shotgun or if they're going to down it. Beetham out of the shotgun. Hands off to Harris once again, up the middle. Harris breaks, gets some yardage, is still running all the way down to the 48-yard line of Kankakee, and that might change what they're looking at right now. And we'll see if they're going to go no huddle. It looks like a Kankakee player is down on the field, and that will stop the clock, which again is not beneficial for Kankakee. And it looks like it will be an injury timeout. I'm not sure if a timeout was called or assessed to either team. I think it's going to be an injury timeout.
Number 20, Jawan DeLoach, is the injured player.
And it looks like, if I'm looking at this correctly, Jawan DeLoach, number 20, is on the field, although he's already back up on his knees, so that's a great sign there. Hoping he just took a tough tumble and will pop up. Looks like he will be, and that's good news for the Kankakee fans and as well as for him. Good round of applause, showing some good sportsmanship by the fans, as well as both teams here. So now we'll see the long run of 20-plus yards here by Harris kind of changes the dynamic for the half here. It looked like Yorkville was going to be content with the 16 points. Now, 15, 20 yards, and they may be in striking distance once again. So they'll start off 1st and 10 at their own, not at their own, I take that back, at the Kankakee 48-yard line. Beetham in the backfield, claps with Harris on his left. Out of the shotgun, snap, handed off to Harris. He goes to his left, picking up more yardage. Looks like it'll be about a gain of 5. So it'll be
stopped by the linebacker. In fact, there's Harris. He's the workhorse tonight.
Jordan Adams with the stop. Looks like Harris will be to his right, 2nd and 5. Beetham by the shotgun, snaps, looks back, looking to pass, drops and fades to his left. Pass is caught if he's in bounds, and it looks like he's in bounds by the senior Nico Medrano with the catch. And it looks like he is out of bounds with 51.7 seconds left, and Yorkville will call a timeout. That's their first timeout, and now they're within the red zone. 1st and 10 from their 10-yard line. Timeout. Another big play by Yorkville. That's their second, maybe third big play of 20 yards or more. The 61-yard run that we saw, a couple of 20-yard, a 20-yard pass and a 20-yard run by Harris. So they've been picking apart the Kankakee defense here in the first half and looking to possibly score again. So now coming out of this, they'll have 2 timeouts. If you're the Yorkville coach, what are your plays here? You got 2 timeouts to work with, so I would think you'd have the ball on the ground. Are you thinking some rushing plays, or are you thinking more screens and slants?
Well, they've been running Harris very successfully, so you take him to the wide side, let him do what he does best, gain yards.
And he's been showing his speed, and whether it's between the tackles or to the outside,
he's the man. He's been doing it tonight.
He's been the workhorse, so he's coming back out. We'll see what the Kankakee defense has to see if they can hold them off and keep this in within 2 scores. Because another score here right before half, that will really be demoralizing for the Kankakee team. But let's see if they can hold here. Beetham out of the shotgun on 1st and 10 from the 10. Fakes the handoff to Harris.
Nice slant and he is in. Who is that?
And it is touchdown.
That's just Stimmick to Nick Stimmick. Nice slant in.
The backup quarterback, touchdown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Touchdown, Yorkville once again.
I think, as we were saying, they were looking for Harris. They did a nice fake inside to Harris first, and then did the slant out to Stimmick.
The play action did freeze the defense a bit, enough for the slant. So like we said, were you going to go screens? Were you going to go at the middle? Were you going to go slant? You said the slant. You called it right. That's exactly what it is to get Yorkville another 6 on the board. 22-0 right now. Cade Henry on for the extra point. And we'll see how this snap is. They've had some trouble. The snap is true. The kick is up. Right down the middle.
Good.
So Yorkville should be going into the half with a 23-0 lead. Barely 42 seconds left in the half. And Yorkville has to be feeling well about their first half with a couple of big plays. And as we know, high school, college, pro football, whatever the level is, big plays are costly. And if you're on the wrong side of it, it's tough. But if you're on the right side of it, it's nothing but beneficial.
Exactly. What was the score of the sophomore game? That was another 40.
That was another Yorkville win. That was 41-8, as Yorkville had a very solid first half and then seemed to just ride and let some more of the backup sophomores get a try. Make sure everyone gets some playing time, which is excellent. Kankakee did pick up a late second half touchdown, but it ended up being 41-8. If anyone's interested on those scores. So Henry will tee it up with 42 seconds left from the Yorkville 40-yard line, moving north to south. Number 1, Spivery for the return, as well as number 23, Clark, waiting for the kick.
So what do you pull out of your playbook if you're the K's right now?
Well, you might just want to run and do the best you can. A pooch kick here, trying to go. And what they do is they kick the ball, and it's gone more than 10 yards, and it's caught by a Yorkville player and continued to be run downfield. They have a little trickeration here, and they get the ball, and they actually may have a chance at it. It looks like it was number 22 with the catch on that. A nifty little play by Zach Katula.
What a nice trick play. And the thing of that was the K's had no idea what was going on.
Caught completely off guard.
The offensive line had not looked like they had ever seen that before.
And
they didn't cover it at all.
And it looks like with 36 seconds, I'm shocked to say it, but Yorkville's going to have the ball yet again. And another big play just coming back to bite Kankakee. So with 36.3 seconds left, amazingly, after Yorkville just scored and put the extra point up, they're going to have the ball on the Kankakee side of the field, first and 10 from the 44, knocking on the door with another chance to score with Beetham in the backfield.
That is so great. The Kankakee line had no idea how to respond to that.
Caught completely off guard. Beetham out of the shotgun, pressured, dumps a pass off, and one-handed nice try by number 13, Tyler Grauman.
Just a little bit long, but he was completely open.
Little overthrown.
That was a number.
Oh, I take it back. It was number 23, Teron Harris.
That was
so
another
it wasn't number
6.
13.
That was another potential 6.
But another good look, another opportunity, like you said, Jim, for Yorkville right there. So it'll be 2nd and 10, and we'll see if they're going to be content with their 23-point lead with about 32 seconds left, if they're going to keep knocking on the door here.
Jim, you got to go for it. They're going to.
Makes sense. They're in the spread.
Everything. They're in the groove.
Beetham back.
Actually, at this point, you air it out.
He's got a wide receiver open.
There we go. You
like
air it out.
Number 23, Teron Harris for his second touchdown. And a 44-yard touchdown. As I said a couple of times this half, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, touchdown Yorkville.
You have to air it out. With this lead, with 20 seconds left, you go.
And the running back was completely missed out of the backfield by, I would assume, the linebackers. Wide open in the middle of the field, caught about the 20-yard line, and he scoots right in for a nice little 20-yard play, untouched.
When you have a guy like Harris, the linebackers have to freeze with him. They have to be concerned with them. That was a perfect play.
You have a dynamic player, whether it's running out of the backfield or it's just catching. If it's running or catching,
you have to respect him.
He's doing it all today for Yorkville. So the extra point by Henry is true, and that's now a 30-0 lead.
We were just wondering where the Kankakee could actually score in that amount of time.
And we were thinking that Yorkville was content with the 23, and foolish us here, two Jim sitting here thinking that would be content. And they tell Henry to pull a trick out of his sleeve, and he pulls a 15-yard pooch onside kick, if you will, all aerial, not even on the ground. And
right now,
caught, and Yorkville has it. So
now, the Kankakee linemen are understanding what the potential play can be right now.
And I gotta think that Henry will be true on his kick, and will just kick it deep.
Yes.
And I would be willing to think that Kankakee is going to down the ball and be happy with, downing the ball and not running the risk of allowing any further damage this half. So what a change of events. With about 2 minutes left, we thought it was going to be a 16-0 halftime score.
That was a 20-second turnaround there.
And quickly from 2:10, it was 16-0. It's now 30-0 with 23.5 seconds left. So
great
Henry will tee it up.
Great coaching by Yorkville here.
Yeah, very smart. Another squib kick, and this should be taken by Kankakee, and it's
maybe
down.
Not. Maybe
with some more drama right there, but it looks like it is grounded and taken by number 13, Jordan Adams. So Kankakee just having some struggles with ball control here and ball security. They'll come out with 21 seconds left for the half. And Jim, do you think they'll try anything, or do you think they're just going to down the ball and be content to go in at half and regroup it for the second half?
I say not, because they have been very successful at just running the ball up the middle. Don't go into the. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, it looks like Stewart's out again with Pittman in the backfield.
I would just play Ironman football. It looks like there was an offside.
They're going to do a handoff here to Pittman, but it looks like there's flags on the field.
They're in the shotgun. I would just go. Straight handoff, straight football, left, right pocket. Get as many yards as you can.
And it looks like that's going to march him back another 5 yards. Another costly penalty by Kankakee. We'll put him the 1st and 15 with 19-2 left on the clock here at Campbell Field in the first half. They'll have the ball at their own 29-yard line, and maybe they'll run it up the middle, but I don't think that they'll be really pushing any specific plays here. Let's see what Stewart and Pittman have. Stewart hands off to Pittman right up the middle, like we thought, running to the right. Pittman gaining a decent gain of about 7 to 8 yards. And it looks like they're going to be content to run out the clock here. And it looks like we're going to go into halftime at a lopsided 30-0 lead by Yorkville Foxes over the Kankakee K's. We'll be back with the second half in a bit. Thank you. Welcome back to the second half of Yorkville versus Kankakee, the Foxes versus the K's. We're here at Campbell Field. One half in the books. Fox Valley Television, thank you for tuning in. It's Jim Nowak as well as
and Jim Gibbons. We're enjoying the weather here at Campbell Field.
As you can see, it's been a little bit damp out there. The ball's had some struggles. As well as
we got Rock the Never Never Land going on in the background. But
we do, rocking a little bit of Metallica, and Kankakee hoping they can rock the scoreboard a little bit this second half, because the first half they were shut out 30-0. We'll have the ball kicked off here in a moment, and we'll be back to second half action. The ball is up and it's in the air. Yorkville with a return here from the 30. Going to the 20.
He just broke through.
He broke through from the 20, and he's down at the 30, 40-yard line. I thought it was going to say 38, but it looks like it's down at the 40-yard line.
A lot of people involved in that, but although they're calling Patrick Allen, it was Emerson Robertson that stopped him.
Yep.
And didn't bring him down.
Allen completed that on the other end of that tackle, and Yorkville will start out with a 30-0 lead in the second half. Beetham back at quarterback. Taryn Harris had a very good first half with a long run and a nice long touchdown catch. He's probably totaled well over 100 yards already tonight. Looks like they've jumped early there. Might have been Beetham's cadence, if not just a little antsy with number 3, Daquan Burns there.
Actually, I think they had a...
Offsides against the K's, 5-yard penalty with the first down.
I think they were running a maneuver there that they didn't time it right.
Correct. So it looks like it'll be 1st and 5 for Yorkville as Kankakee, one play and already.
It looks like Kankakee is looking to shake these guys up early, though.
They're
do. They're going to hit the holes. They're going to rush.
We'll see a more attacking defense. Beethan out of the shotgun, hands off, and big yardage picked up there. Down to the 40. That looked like that was Torrin Harris again. Nope, I take it back. It was number 34, Jacob Brooks, with a big gain there. It looked like it was about a 15-yard gain. Very solid. Gets him on the opposite side of the 50. And they will be 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line with only 17 seconds into the quarter. Beetham under center, hands off again. Brooks again for about a yard, maybe 2-yard gain.
Down by Kenny Chandler.
Looks like Yorkville will grind it out a little bit here. Beetham back to the huddle. Explaining what the play will be on 2nd and 9 here. A 1-yard pickup by Brooks on that last play. Brooks still in the backfield. Out of the shotgun. Waits for the snap. Wide receiver in motion. Beetham goes back. He's got Nico Minardo wide open. to walk in for the end zone touchdown, 41-yard touchdown pass to Nico Madrano. Touchdown Yorkville yet again.
That was a great play because defensively they've read that. They were all in the box. They had nobody covering on the outside.
Well, and Brock Grimaldi was the runner who had the 60-yard run. He did the fake handoff. He brought the defense in that shot Nico wide open down the left side of the field for an easy pass for Beetham.
They were so much worried about the run. The safeties were so close up to protect the run that, yeah, the outside. That was just great play call in there.
And now with a ton of airtime today, number 3, Kate Henry will go for another extra point. Snap is true. Kick is up and on the way.
With the win, it's good.
And it's good. Yorkville continuing to put an offensive explosion to this game, now leading 37-0. The Foxes over the K's.
You know, you gotta hand it to Yorkville's play calling. That was a great play designed specifically for that defense. They get to the outside, everybody was inside. You just had to make the play, and they were going with the wind. Once again, great play calling by the coaching staff.
Great play calling, great execution. They've been pointed on with the big plays. Here's another big play that they can hang their hat on. They've been doing it all in the first half, and it hasn't changed really. You know, we're a minute 3 into the second half, and already they've hit pay dirt yet again. Kate Henry's leg's going to be pretty tired today when all is said and done. He'll have another kickoff here. See if this one's of some distance. It is. The ball is up, and it's back, and it looks like it's going to go out of bounds. So a flag will be there. Number 1, Spivery was there for the kick, but it never made it to him, and it's out of bounds about the 13-yard line, which will give Kankakee some good field position. Hopefully they can build off of that. I think they'll be starting at their 35 or 40-yard line. So let's see where they'll spot the ball for their first half, or their their first possession of the second half. I can get that out of my tongue-tied mouth there.
So they got us with, they're down 37 points. They're going against the wind, but they haven't really turned the ball over going deep. They've got to take some risk here.
You would think that they will be, open up the playbook a little bit more and not as conservative.
Knowing that so far, they have beaten themselves.
Yeah. So Pittman is back at running back. Stewart's back at quarterback. He'll check the line and go out of the shotgun again. And the handoff is to Pittman. He'll gain about a yard. The snap was to Stewart. And about a yard or 2 gain for Pittman. Running hard, but having a rough evening trying to get any yardage against the front line of Yorkville.
And I think that was 51, but no, it couldn't have been Phillip.
It was one of the big tackles there. They were right there.
On the inside.
So Stewart out of the shotgun.
I need a new set of glasses, Joe.
Stewart out of shotgun in second down. Almost picked off there. Great read by number, looks like 24. That is Jake Paloe, again, been all over the field on defense, making tackles, almost with a pick 6 here, or at least an interception.
Great read on that play.
Very good read. Very, very heady play. So now it'll be 3rd and 9 for Kankakee. Again, 3rd and long, which has been plaguing them today.
You see, they
from
got
their 36.
Trips right. Let's see what they do with it.
Stewart fades back.
And he looks left.
Pass is incomplete. The intended target was number 81, Robert Taylor, another one of their taller wide receivers, the senior. But good coverage by the Foxes, and it'll be 4th down. At 37 points down, I don't know if they'll be going for it. I would think that they'll be punting it. It looks like Ernest Robertson Jr. will be out yet again for a punt. And we'll see how it goes. Not sure who's back for Yorkville. It looks like it's number 25, Cale Reeder, who's back. But it looks like there is a timeout called by Kankakee on 4th and 9 here from their own 36-yard line.
You got to think about this right here. Do you punt it? Well, 4th and 9 against the wind. Unless they have a trick play up their sleeve, they haven't been able to gain that much yardage in one play. So yeah,
correct. And Ernest Robertson's been doing a great job punting, but his last punt into the wind, it got caught up there, and with the wind coming from the south, at 15 yards, 15 miles an hour, knocked the ball down, and the punt didn't go for more than 20 yards. So it's a tough call right here.
Maybe you do go for it.
Yeah, we'll see how Kankakee's going to play this.
You would playing conservative.
You would think they'd be conservative, yes. Well, the ball is snapped, and it's almost blocked. Great pressure, and the kick by Spivery.
Oh,
it's rolling.
It did hit somebody.
It hit, but it looks like it may have hit a Kankakee player. But nonetheless, it is down by number 52, Joseph Shannon. So Yorkville will take over for their second time in the second half here, up 37-0 with 10:08 left in the third quarter. Beetham's had a relatively easy night. I think he hasn't been sacked yet. Hasn't had too much pressure. The line's been holding up very well for him so far.
I was just about to say that, yeah. The offensive line's been doing a great job here for Yorkville.
Let's see how it goes. Harris in the backfield with Beetham, as well as number 30, Brandon Lee. Looks like in the fullback position. Snap to Beetham, handoff to Harris yet again. The workhorse driving. Ball's loose. Ball is loose. Let's see if it.
And it looks like.
And it's picked up by Kankakee.
But what do they call it down, though?
Is it down?
No, they are calling it a fumble.
Number 9, Willie Norwood for Kankakee. Heady play with a nose for the ball, picking it up on the Harris fumble. That will be probably the first turnover.
First major turnover for Yorkville. Let's see
Yorkville's had.
If Kankakee can monopolize on this.
Will that breathe any life into Kankakee here on their offense? Great field position here at the 47-yard line.
Is it the tipping point?
That's a very good point. It very well could be. We'll see. This is about as opportunistic as they had of a chance, for sure in the second half, almost in the first half as well. So let's see what they do out of the shotgun here with Stewart back at quarterback. Ball snapped to Stewart out of the shotgun. He's looking downfield. He tucks it. He runs to his left. He's gaining some yardage.
Nice
he gets some yardage. It looks like he's going to even have enough for the first down. Probably a gain of over 10.
Probably about 15 on that one. That's great.
So let's see where they'll spot that. Very fortuitous run there. One of the biggest gains they've had all day. Stewart using his legs. If he can't get the passes going, he's going to use his legs against this wind. That's the south wind blowing right in their face with the rain at probably 15 miles an hour. Handoff again. And it looks like it's Pittman, I think. It looked like it was Pittman for about a gain of 6. It might have been actually Clark. It was. It's Matthias Clark, number 23, for a gain of about 6 or 7 yards.
And it looks like Kankakee is settled into a single quarterback now.
Yep. So it's 2nd and 6 from the 33. Ball is snapped. Stewart looks pressure. He's being pressured to his left, and the ball's loose again. And 3 guys are on it. Let's see if it's. Nope, it's going to be picked up by Matthias Clark with a big save there against 2 Yorkville linemen. Very heady play by Clark.
Brought down by Stimmen, who calls the fumble.
Fortunate bounce for Kankakee, and they will be able to retain possession.
Good defensive play by Yorkville.
And another loss for Kankakee. They're having their struggles on the offensive side, as it's now 3rd and long at 3rd and 12 from the 35-yard line. Let's see what Stewart can do with the troops here. Ball is snapped.
Trips left, you gotta go.
And it looks like there's another flag. Wondering if this was a false start or if that's offsides. Let's see what the call is from the ref. Dead ball foul. It is false start on Kankakee. Another bad break for Kankakee. That'll move them back another 5. That'll put it at 3rd and 17. Let's see where the final spot will be. It looks like it's going to be about the 40-yard line. And yes, it is the 40-yard line. So 3rd and long for the K's. The Foxes of the on the defensive line are just waiting for this with a 3rd and long.
I know.
Chomping at the bit.
And you know what? The Yorkville's defensive backs have been doing a great job.
Ball
covering.
is snapped. A lot of back and forth there, but the pass is going to be incomplete.
And once again, the Yorkville's defense, the defensive backs have been doing a great job in covering the Kankakee K's here. They have not seen any seams open up deep for these guys. That coverage right there.
Correct. It looked like it was more of almost a 50-50 ball, but Lavelle McIntosh was covered pretty solidly by the Yorkville defender, and it'll turn to a 4th and 17, and you have to think it's another punting situation.
No.
You can't take your risk here.
Well,
it looks like Spivery's back to punt. It looks like he's taken over for Ernest Robertson Jr.,
Spivery,
but
though, so
we'll see.
What do you expect here?
He did punt last time. We'll see if he's going to kick. The ball is kicked. Looks like it's out of bounds. That did not travel too far, maybe 15, 20 yards. We'll see where the ball is spotted.
The Yorkville offense takes over 1st and 10.
Yorkville will take over 1st and 10. I'm just curious where they're going to spot that because it looks like the ref.
Probably about the 18.
Yeah, he may have even stepped up a little further. He seemed like he kept walking as soon as there was a whistle, so we weren't sure where he was going to place that. And it looks like it's actually going to be placed a little bit further ahead, maybe the 24-yard line, I would say. Yeah, I would think it's about the 24. It looked like he had him at the 18, like you said, and he seemed to keep walking, and we weren't sure where that was going to end up. So Yorkville takes over, leading 37-0. 8:21 left in the third quarter.
Once again,
beat them out of the shotgun. Hands off to number 33 this time. Not Smith, but Trey Thomas getting a chance to run, and he doesn't disappoint. With that looks like about a 10-yard gain. He may move the chains there.
They get brought down by number 13, Adams.
That is a first down, an 11-yard gain there for number 33, Trey Thomas. So maybe giving Torian Harris a blow since he's been the workhorse for them so far in the first half. Looks like
they are playing close ball right now. You've got one free safety that's hanging back. I wouldn't be. Oh, they are going to run it wide.
And a pitch to Trey Thomas to his left, picking up 3, 4, maybe 5 yards as the gang tackling by Kankakee, led by Daquan Burns there, number 3. Yeah, Daquan Burns.
Number 3, Daquan Burns, credited with the sack.
And since that was a loss of yards, it looks like it will be considered a sack. Interesting. Even though it was a pitch to the running back.
Yeah.
That's what they said. I'm not buying that. I think it's going to be a 1-yard gain. That's what we're going to go with.
I think in the
2nd
stats
and
it's going
9.
to show up as a gain.
So from the 36, beat them out of the shotgun. Scans the defense. Gets the snap. Low snap. He handles it well. Passes to his right for a few-yard gain, but they all add up to number 5, Brock Grimaldi, who had the long run in the first half.
Tackle made by Patrick Allen here.
And we've called his name a couple of times. He's been all over it on the defensive side. So it'll be 3rd and 5. It looks like about the 40-yard line. I don't think Yorkville will be too conservative. They've had the playbook kind of open, so we'll see how they're going to go here on this 3rd down play with Beetham out of the shotgun and Thomas in the backfield.
The linebackers are playing a little bit further back, so they're expecting the pass here. Let's see if they get it.
It looks like it's a draw, although, again, number 3, Daquan Burns, not fooled on that for a quick tackle and a loss of about 2 yards. So that'll bring out the special teams, the punting team. Looks like number 80, Cole Reby, will kick for his first time tonight with the wind at his back. Very fortunate for Yorkville. With about 6 minutes left in the third quarter. And we're waiting to see. It looks like number 2, Kashawn Williams, is back for the punt. Snap is good. Kick is up. It's a wobbly kick, but it's got some good yards. A little bobble here by Williams, but he picks it up and runs for his life, and the ball is loose again. It looks like it may have been recovered by Kankakee, or it may have been out of bounds, so a fortuitous bounce in that case.
Looks like it's out of bounds in that.
So it looks like the K's will keep possession, but another adventure on special teams for them. Looks like they will retain possession, however. And we'll start 1st and 10 about their own 40-yard line and we'll see how they can do in the third quarter here if they can start gaining some momentum.
You know, they've opened up a few seams down the middle. The defensive backs have been covering their receivers. Yorkville's being real stingy right now with their yardage.
The defense has been very solid for Yorkville. Let's see what Stewart can do here as he's out of the shotgun again. A handoff looks like to number 23, Matthias Clark. We've called his name a bunch tonight. Looks like he'll get a gain for 2 or 3 yards.
And a whole bunch of Yorkville defensive linemen in on that one.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of red, and it looks like there's a stoppage of play. Looked like that last tackle may have been 21 Zachary Katula, and we've called his name a bunch tonight too.
Actually, 21 and 52. Jacob Pasicki.
He's been all over the field too as well.
We call that a high school wide body. Hard to get around him.
Very true. So
we do have somebody down on the field though right now.
And
one of the Kankakee.
We don't have a number. I would think it would be the runner Clark, but I haven't been able to see the number. Trainer is out. It looked like he was tapping on his right leg, so I'm assuming it's a right leg issue.
We do see his hands up in the air,
Oh,
and he's getting.
Looks like it's a lineman actually, maybe. They're looking at the right knee. Could just be a Charlie horse. Doesn't look like it's too serious, but we'll have to see.
Looks like he's moving around pretty freely here, so that's good news.
Yeah, it looks like it's number 53 now that I look at it. It looks like it's Kelvin Early, who's one of the captains. He came out for the coin toss, so a very important player on the Kankakee K's team. We'll see if he's going to get up. So 5:23 left in the third quarter. The game has been relatively all in Yorkville's favor. They've kind of had the control of the game pretty much from the get-go.
Well, definitely at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, and
It started at the end of the first quarter. Since then, it's been all Yorkville.
and solid on the offense, solid on the defensive side. So a very solid game. Even the special teams, a little trickeration late in the first half. That was a, I guess you'd call it an onside kick. That was an aerial onside kick that went 15 yards.
After 10, you can recover the ball.
And I think both of us were baffled by. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Jim, but the player is back up. Number 53, Early is back up. That's great to see. Walking off in zone recognizance, so that's wonderful to see. So we'll be back to action in a second. But yeah, that kick went 15 yards and caught us all off guard. I'm surprised the cameraman caught it, but they do a great job over there. So we'll thank them for that. So 2nd and 8 from their own 42-yard line. Let's see if Kankakee can generate some offense here. Ball is snapped. Turner with a high throw, looking for Spivery again, but a little high, and got a little air under that ball. I'm not even sure number 4 Wicks would have caught that because that had a little bit air on it.
Actually, I was thinking they haven't really hit or aimed at Wicks yet. I mean, with his height advantage.
Well, they had that play that worked very well in the first quarter, but we haven't seen much. So maybe that was Tim, and maybe there was a mix-up. They have the trips on the right side, but they lined up that same way again. So let's see how it goes. Stewart under center. Ball snapped. Pass across middle to Spivery, who had it but just could not hold on. A relatively solid pass, a little behind him. Nice try by Spivery, just could not pull that one in. So it'll be 4th and long, 4th and 8 from their 42. I suspect we'll see the punt team.
But that's what they have to do. They have to start airing the ball out, going downfield.
Yeah, taking some more risks. I think you're right, Jim. I don't think they have much to lose here. It looks like Spivery's back for another punt, and it looks like number 8. I missed who the number was for back. I think it's Zach Katula. Kankakee ready for the snap on this 4th down. Snap is there. Kick is up. Solid kick. Fair catch called for. And caught by number 22, Zach Katula. Correct.
I know he fair catched that, but that one wave That's deceptive sometimes.
It's quick. You got to be, got to have those eyes up and ready as a referee. As they were true on that call. They were right there. They called that well. So 5:07 left in the third quarter. Beetham still in at quarterback. Looks like he has 2 to the right and 2 to the left and 1 to the right.
Man coverage here by the K's.
There's a handoff back to Harris.
Who's still up, now being tackled by the whole K defensive line. Looks like they're going to get hit for a loss.
Thomas on the carry.
Yeah, and I was mistaken. I thought it was 23
No, actually,
Harris, but it's 33.
They mark it the forward progress, not with a tackle. They're marking it for the forward progress.
So that'll be a 3-yard gain
Okay.
for Thomas.
Exactly.
So he'll take that.
Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah.
He got roughed up a little bit after the gain, but he'll take the 3-yard gain anytime. So out of the shotgun, snapped again. Beetham looking,
He's
pressured
open.
by. Pressured by K line, but and a little tip drill almost turned into a turnover there. Kankakee all over on the defense there. So an incomplete pass to bring up third down.
He wanted to go to his left, but there was some good coverage here by the K's.
It looked like there was some solid coverage by Jordan Adams there too. He had a chance at that tip ball. So it's 3rd and long from the 30-yard line for the Foxes. Let's see what they'll do here. Tight end in motion. Ball is snapped. Handed off to Thomas up the middle. Kankakee was not fooled on that one.
That was stopped by DeJuan Burns and number 9, Willie Norwood.
Correct. So that'll bring up a 4th down. And from being the guy sitting on the bench the first half, Cole Reber comes out for his second punt in the second half here.
Back deep for the K's. Number 2, Keshawn Williams.
Back for the K's, the special teamer, Keshawn Williams, number 2 for the K's. Snap is up. Kick is high. Nice tight spiral.
Nice.
And caught by Williams, and he loses the ball again. And the ball is loose in midfield. We're not sure. That Foxes may have come up with that. They're saying that they have. Let's see what happens with the pile here.
He did not fair catch that. In other instances, he had more running room than he fair caught it.
And you know what? I see the Red Foxes here celebrating. It looks like they're going to get the turnover there. And Williams has a second drop on a punt. He's having a tough night for that kid. We feel bad for him, but the Foxes will take advantage of it. And with the recovery, and they move the chains ahead, if you will, even though it's a punt in this case, and they're on the opposite side of the 50, the opponent's side of the 50 at the 48-yard line, or the 47-yard line here, 47 and a half. Beetham back out there, Thomas in the backfield. Ball is snapped. Going to this right side here, or the left side. Just misses number 5, Brock Grimaldi. Good look, good pass, just could not pull that in. Decent coverage by the K's as well there.
Good. It looks like the weather has improved slightly.
It seems like it's getting a little bit more foggy and the rain is a little less, but it's foggy, which may make it more difficult to see the ball too. It's been a challenge all night. Let's not kid ourselves. The weather the elements has had an effect on the game.
Oh, I stand corrected as I look at the lights. It looks like she's moving a little bit faster
It's
now.
coming down again
It's
now.
coming down. It's coming down again.
Beetham under center for a change here. Hand off to Thomas. Going nowhere. And that actually may have been the fullback who he handed that off to. Which it was. That was the fullback, number 30, Brandon Lee, the ball carrier.
Stopped by the whole K defensive line got in on that one.
Yeah, it sounded like it was Boyd with the tackle for the K's, and maybe a yard. It may have just been no gain there. So it's 3rd and long, and we'll see what the Foxes have up their sleeve here. It caught me a little off guard that Beetham went under center, so maybe that's what I should have thought about that. But has the fullback in front of him and the running back behind him out of the partial shotgun. It's ball snapped. He's looking to the left side of the field. It's in and out of the hands of the receiver. Nice try by number 5 there, Brock Grimaldi. Focused on a second straight time here. So Yorkville will have to come on to punt for a third time in the second half. We'll see how this will turn out, and we'll see who the K's send out to return punts, as they've had some trouble. It looks like it's going to be number 7, Daylon Johnson. And nope, now they're changing it. It's going back to Shatavion Spivery. And it looks like actually we're going to see a timeout before we're going to see the kick. That'll be the first timeout by the Foxes in the second half. So again,
still 37-0. Everything's gone Fox's way so far.
And the wind is still from the south, still blustering, but it's the kick will be with the wind, correct? Yeah. So he should be able to get off a solid kick here. Looks like Spivery is back yet again. We'll be waiting for the kick. We'll see what Rebe can get into this. He gets off a solid kick, end over end. Caught by Spivery about the 8-yard line. He cuts to his left, a good block. He dodges the tackle. He's going to turn the corner slightly. Hit solidly by 3 red defenders right there. And he's out at the 15-yard line. Led by, it looks like number 51 and number 8. Number 51, Philip Lachiro.
Number 8, Josh beat them again.
Yep.
There is a penalty marker on the field.
Josh gave him a good hit.
And it looks like there's a flag on the field yet again. It might have been a block in the back. We'll see if that's the case. We're not sure what the call is. I'm thinking it's a legal use of the hands.
It looks like it is going to go against.
It's going to be against Kankakee. So it's going to be a Kankakee penalty, and that's going to back them up a little further. And field position has not been a friend of Kankakee so far tonight. So let's see where the referees are going to place the ball here.
I'm glad he's. The announcer said that because I'm not sure what was that.
Oh, it's a blindside block is what it was. I thought it might have been illegal use of the hands, but they're going to say it's a blindside block, which is that might be one that we all haven't known. I'll tell you here, as one who's watched football for over 30 years, I have not seen that very often. I did not know that call, so need to look at the rule book a little bit more often to make sure I'm on my game a little bit better.
Well, of course, they've updated it here.
Yeah, and Kankakee has updated themselves back to the about the 13-yard line. Snap, looking for a quick slant pattern for number 24 with a great catch there, which is Lavelle McIntosh. Big gain there of about 15 to 20 yards.
Correct me if I'm wrong, it's the first time they've hit McIntosh.
Correct. We've called his name on defense, but nothing on offense yet. And let's see what Stewart will do here on second down. Snap, fake the hand. No, it's actually a handoff to number 23, Clark. Gaining a couple yards there, and all of a sudden, Kankakee's offense, a little bit of a spark there.
Brought down by number 20, Henry Dupart.
We'll see if Kankakee's going to be able to get the ball moving. That was enough for a first down, so I thought it was an 8-yard gain. It looks like it's going to be a gain of about 11, so that'll bring him to the 44-yard line.
They're moving the chains, yeah.
And they're moving the chains, correct.
Good play.
Stewart with the snap. Hands off to Clark again, who's got himself over, maybe not over the 50-yard line, so about a gain of 6. We'll make it about 2nd and 4, so 2nd and short.
Bunch of young defenders on that one. Can't tell who was underneath. Good team tackle.
Like that was number 15, Trevor Johnson. I think that's who it was there.
Made the first stop.
So 3rd and 3, they actually gave him 7 on that. Let's see what Stewart does out of the shotgun with Clark in the backfield with him. Clark out of the shotgun. Quick slant to number 81, whose name we've called a bunch of times tonight. Robert Taylor with a nice catch. That's his 3rd or 4th catch. And enough to move the chains for a first down for the K's here. At the 45 of Yorkville, Kankakee takes over. 1st and 10. Handoff. Number 22, Clark, gets maybe a yard or 2, but not much.
Stop at number 81, Randy Fisher.
Brady Fisher, yep. It's like Declan Gardner was in there as well. Stewart out of the shotgun, 40 seconds left in the half. He runs off to his left, dumps a pass off to number 1, Tavion Spivery, who gets about 5 or 6 yards. Does not look like he'll have enough for the first down, but he's out of bounds, so it stops the clock with about 37 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, bringing up a 3rd and short for the K's. Let's see where it's marked. Looks like it's marked at the 39-yard line, so we're looking at about a 3rd and 4, and we'll see what Stewart has. Ball's handed off to the right, and he's going to the 10, down at about the 6-yard line. Huge run to the right for number 23, Matthias Clark.
Saved there by Ben Steinmetz again.
Brought down number 18, Ben Steinmetz on the stops. Good for
Definitely saved that touchdown. He was the last chance on that one.
Yeah, so again, Kankakee moving the ball very well. We'll see if they're going to get one before the end of the quarter here.
They have started the clock, so we've got 20 seconds left.
Maybe they'll get off one more play. 1st and goal at the 6. This is the closest the K's have been to the end zone all day. So let's see if they can put one in here. If they're not going to get a playoff, they might just wait till the 4th quarter starts. We're going to see if they're going to try to snap one more play. I don't think they're going to have time for it. Looks like they're going to let the clock go, and that ends the 3rd quarter with the Foxes of Yorkville leading 37-0 over the Kankakee K's. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome to the 4th quarter. 37-0 Yorkville over Kankakee. Kankakee did not get off a play right before the end of the quarter, which may have been a smart call with the south wind blowing and the rain still being a factor. Having the ball 1st and goal at the 6 with the wind at your back is probably a smart call there by the K's.
They've also got time to think through this play here. This is going to be a critical play. They have to get into the end zone here on this drive if they want to have any type of a chance going forward.
Correct, and they go Spivery out of the Wildcat. He will run it in for the touchdown. It looks. Let's see if he crossed the plane, and it is 6. K's get patered on a 6-yard run by Tavion Spivery.
I'm sorry, Jim, I'm still waiting.
I thought I saw.
No, I'm waiting for the 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, nope. I'm going to hold that off this time.
We'll do that at the end of the game.
Yep.
Sounds good.
But he hit pay dirt. And let's see, I'm assuming they're going for 2. And Shatavian out of the backfield one more time, running the Wildcat. Ball is snapped. Goes up the middle with a little jump pass to the...
Almost.
To the tallest guy on the field.
I know.
TJ Wicks, but they can't get the play to work. Smart call.
He's 6'9", you got to go for that. When's the last time you seen a jump play like
The
that?
jump play, famous from everyone's favorite Florida quarterback, Tim Tebow, thought it was going to work, although Chris Leak did the jump pass too at times. Very SEC-flavored play there. Did not work out the way they wanted. Great try. Good defensive effort by Yorkville on that to keep them to only 6. So, early in the fourth quarter here.
It was 7-6. But the important thing is they got some momentum. They got on the board. Let's see if they can. We saw how quickly Yorkville scored.
Yeah.
Twice. I mean, within like 20 seconds, 40 seconds.
I would be surprised if 31 points in the fourth quarter, but you can't count anything out. Both teams are playing with a lot of heart, and
especially high school football, you gotta love it. Anything goes.
And even though the K's are down and we're being shut out, they still battled down the field and got the touchdown. I figured they'll come out. Let's see if the defense can play pretty inspired after that. So we'll see what the K's come out with. Ernest Robertson Jr. will be doing the kicking with the football, or excuse me, with the wind at his back. Kicking south to north, right to left on your television there.
Yorkville's still talking to their special teams, making sure, hey, this is where it's going to happen, guys. Be prepared.
Do you expect we're going to see an onside kick here? I mean, I don't know if you got anything to lose, but I'm figuring they're going to bring the hands team up. As you're going to see, like 33, Trey Thomas up. I see number 6, Joe Roberts up there waiting. Number 10, Nick
Stetman. They got their ball handlers in there right now.
They're ready for
something.
this. Kick is up, and it's an onside kick. I'm not sure it's going to have
it's
the
10
distance.
yards. They may have done it.
It's 10 yards.
They may have done it.
And Robertson may have landed on it. Let's see if it's gone far enough. Kicked off from the 40.
Yes.
Are we getting a signal?
Yes, they're saying
we have
Kankakee's ball.
The K's do recover the onside kick. Extreme amount of patience, and I have to give credit to Ernest Robertson. I'm messing up his name after a great play. Was patient enough to watch that ball. It was barely getting past the 46, rolled past the 50, and he fell right on it,
yes.
with other guys there, with Fox defenders. So great play. K's get the ball now. They have momentum's on their side. Let's see what happens. As Stewart out of the backfield, the play is whistled dead.
That's got to be offside.
There's a flag. Not sure if someone jumped earlier, if it's offsides. Let's see what the call is here.
I think both teams, going back to their special teams, I think both special teams can work on their front line and how to respond to different situations.
Okay, well, obviously, the Foxes saw something that they weren't happy with or weren't comfortable with, and they used their timeout, which is their second of the half, so that leaves them with 1. The K's have 2. They've used 1 this half. I'm not sure exactly what they didn't see or did see, but enough to cause some concern, and they don't want to lose the momentum, or they want to make sure that
they take the momentum away from the K's again.
From the K's, because they've picked up the momentum in the fourth quarter, and we're not far into it, but between the latter part of the third quarter and the beginning of the fourth quarter, they've taken the momentum from us, to say the least.
They've had none, but now the K's have got it. Let's see what they do with it right here.
Yeah, this will be interesting to see.
Good for the coaches. Call timeout. Get everybody relax. Think about the play.
Get everyone on the same page. Yep. So Clark's in the backfield along with Stewart, and there's trips on the left side here, 1 on the top right.
And they're going with the wind right now.
Yep. Shotgun snap. Stewart fakes back. A great
grab
pass that was caught by number 1 by Spivery. We thought it might have been picked off there.
He was definitely in coverage. He got the ball to him. He picked that ball out of the air.
Extremely strong hands on that, because it looked like the ball was picked off.
There's a flag in the backfield, and guess what?
And the K's are going to be snake bit again, and the bad luck will show again with a holding penalty here that'll be very costly on a big 15-yard gain.
Talk about the momentum killer.
Turn back. A momentum killer is correct. So that'll be, instead of it being 1st and 10 at the Fox's approximate 35-yard line, If it's holding, this is going to bring it back 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
I got to
So
tell
let's
you,
see where it's going to be marked.
that just does take it out of the game.
Yeah, the wind is out of the sails on that. That's a demoralizing penalty. That's tough. That'll move them back to the 35-yard line. So instead of being 1st and 10 at the Fox's 35-yard line, they're going to be all the way back 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. So again, what is that, a 30-plus yard swing? So Stewart on 1st and 25 out of the shotgun. Hands off up the middle, and Clark is dropped immediately. Looks like that was number 10, if I recall correctly, Nick Stemmet, who's having a great night and has been on the backfield a lot.
I think Yogi Berra said it best. You know, sports is 90% mental and the other 50% physical.
You would be correct with that one. It's been a tough sledding night for the K's, but they're battling. Let's see what they can do here on 2nd and 25. A very unique formation, actually under center for Stewart here. The ball is actually snapped Wildcat to Spivery, who's had a big night, but he's stopped by, I don't know, five or so Foxes. Ball is loose, but I think the ball's already been whistled dead.
Yeah, it's been whistled dead, so we're good.
Looks like it might have been Jake Paloe, who's been all over the field tonight too, as one of the guys in there as well quickly.
Number 1,
So
the ball carrier.
not much out of that 2-yard gain.
That was a real interesting call. They had everybody in tight, definitely geared toward getting off the right tackle. But with the score, once again, you think they would take a little less of a conservative approach on that.
So it's 3rd and 23 from their own 37. Let's see what Stewart does
Trips
here.
left.
Hands off to 23 Clark yet again. He's getting some yards, but he is tackled about midfield. Looks like it was
Covered by Keegan Davey.
Keegan Davey, you are correct, number 7. That's some good yardage, but obviously not going to be enough. So it'll be 4th down, back to the original line of scrimmage.
But I got to tell you though, they are kind of sticking with their game plan. That's what they do best. But it's just been the penalties. It's been happenstance that this game plan for the K's is just not panning out for them.
Correct. So 4th and 10. Stewart back. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's running to his right. He may have enough for the 1st down. It looks like he's going to get it. It might just be. Let's see where it's spotted.
Great shoelace stop by
Not a, it looks like
he's
it.
able to pick up the 1st down.
Not sure who that was on the stop. We missed that one.
Was that Reader number
but
2?
enough for
That
the
was number
1st down.
25.
And the snap to Stewart on
Cale
1st
Reeder.
and 10. It was, yes, Reader. So the snap to Stewart on the snap got him about a yard or 2. So sorry about that technicality there. But it'll be 2nd and maybe there was a loss. I take it back. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 13 of what we're seeing on the scoreboard here. So a 3-yard loss from the 42. And Stewart will take the snap with under 9 in the 4th quarter. Fake handoff to Stewart. He's flushed out to his right. He throws it deep and well overthrown to his intended target.
Great
like
back
that-
coverage over there by Yorkville. That was just way overthrown.
Looks like that was maybe number 81, Robert Taylor, I think. He has been a favorite target of him today, although I
He was
take it
being
back.
chased out of the box for that throw, though.
Looks like Taylor's on this side, on the opposite side of the field, so I did miss that one. But nonetheless, incomplete. 3rd down and 13 from the 42. At least on the right side of the field for the Case. Let's see if they can push to get a 1st down on 3rd and long. Snap. Fades back, looks for a little screen to Clark. Going nowhere on that. Clark is dropped by 3 defenders, maybe 4, led by 51, Zaire Green, it looks like.
The Fox's defense picks up on Shurko.
Yeah, and it looks like instead of Clark getting any yardage, it actually looks like he lost a yard, so it's 4th and 14. No doubt that the K's will be going for it, so let's see what Stewart can do as he gets the ball out of the shotgun. Looking downfield, some pressure.
I know I'd be looking
He's
for.
Yorkville
he is
pressure
sacked.
got to him.
Once again by number 51, Philip the Churko.
And it looks like number 10, Nick Stennett, was there as well. So great pressure by the Foxes on these last couple of plays here, which results in a turnover of downs and a Fox first down. So Yorkville back in the saddle here at their 45-yard line, 1st and 10 with 8:12 left in the game.
So what do you call with 8:12 left in the game when you're up?
You would think it'd be relatively conservative, but we'll see what Beetham does. He's out of the shotgun. He's going for a deep pass, and he overfires his intended receiver. Looks like that was number 5, Brock Grimaldi again. He's one of his favorite targets tonight. So it'll be 2nd and 10. And, it's funny you say that. You asked what type of play we were going to have. I figured it'd be a conservative run, and just the opposite. So, well, it's the first game of the season, so you want to make sure everything's all the cylinders are clicking. So maybe that's why the pass
what they
was
can
there.
and can't do. They're trying to figure out what they can and can't do right now. It's just fun.
Yeah. So it's 2nd and 10 from the 45. Beetham out of the shotgun one more time. Takes the snap, hands off. Big gain. Looks like about 10 yards for number 34, Jacob Brooks. Great run to his right. Looks like that just might be enough for the first down to move the chains. Let's see where they spot the ball. Based on where they spot it, looks like they'll be moving the chains, and I think it is a first down. So they are 1st and 10 at now Kankakee's 45. Beetham out of the shotgun one more time. Takes a snap, little pitch over to Brooks again, to his left, going for yardage, getting some extra yards, out down to about the 20-yard line. Relatively solid gain there.
Great straight arm on Hill here, but Hill didn't get near to make the stop, though.
Great blocking.
Great
blocking by the Yorkville line, who's been opening up some holes all night here.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's a 22-yard gain. I thought it could have been 15, but it's a 22-yard gain. Big run for Brooks. He's got to be happy with that one. And Beetham will come back to the huddle and call another play. About 7.5 left in the game here. And Brooks to his left. Ball is snapped. Beetham fades back, looking for a fade route, and just misses his intended receiver, the senior, Nico Madrano.
Maybe a little miscommunication there. He couldn't get turned around for the ball on that one.
Yeah, it looked like he was going back shoulder. Looked like the throw was a little wide. Tough throw in this weather, especially into the wind. It is dying down a little bit, but Beetham with a nice try there. Really decent throw, just could not hit his receiver. So 2nd and 10 from the 23. Beetham claps, waits for the snap, hands off to Brooks one more time. It goes up the middle and gashes him for another 2 or 3 yards.
Number Burns in on the tackle for that for the K's.
And it actually gets him for about 8 yards. So that's 3rd and 2. We'll see how aggressive they're going to be on this. If not, they can bring in the special teams. But 3rd and 2 is a very makeable 3rd down from the 15-yard line. So let's see what they do. Beetham giving some instructions, actually going under center with Brooks there as well as fullback. Looks like maybe number 30, Brandon Lee. Let's see where they go. They go to the fullback, but doesn't look like Kankakee was fooled on that one.
Yeah, the whole defensive line got in on the stop him right there.
And that was actually number 44, Jack Quantock, was actually in for the first time. So he was stopped. I don't think they're going to get the first down. I think they're going to have to bring the special teams out. And we'll see. The wind at times starts to pick up, and then it's kind of dying down. So maybe the last of this storm is here, but it's still misty. It's still slick. So it looks like Beetham will come out on 4th and 2 from the 15. Under 6.5 left to go.
Still go for it here.
Sure. Quantock in the backfield as well with Brooks. And we'll see where he's going to go with this one. You would think it's going to be relatively conservative. Do you expect a handoff on this play, or do you think play action?
It's going to be a handoff.
See, he goes back.
No,
and maybe we had false start on the Foxes. So that takes them out of 4th and short, and then I'll put them at 4th and 7 from their own 22. That may bring the special teams out. And it's a pity if you're a Yorkville fan, because Beetham had a really nice pass to a wide open Nico Madrano, which would have been a very, very nice over-the-shoulder catch, which would have been the 43 points that the Yorkville fans were hoping for, but not in this case. So it looks like it'll bring the special teams on.
I think everybody's hoping for that 44 points except for the cheerleaders who's got to do the 44 push-ups.
Yes, that's
I'm sure
that's
they're
a
like,
very true statement.
I think they're going 37's enough.
So we'll see what kicker Cade Henry can do here from about 39 yards out. This is...
But that's great. Work your special teams right now. You've got the lead. It's
Sure.
first game. Let's see what the special teams can turn over for you.
Yep, it's a long kick, and it's into the wind. Let's see if he can place this one down. The kick
And
is up. And it looks like it is
It's
through
good.
the uprights.
It's barely.
A great kick for one of the stars of the game, Cade Henry. That's a great kick, and that puts 3 more up on the board for the Foxes. So with just under 6 in the 4th quarter, Yorkville goes to 40 points with a 34-point lead at 40-6 over the Caneville K's.
Now we have, we're up. Now we have the question, does the clock stop at 40?
That's funny. That's a very good question, because that was asked about earlier in the sophomore game with I'm assuming with a non-varsity game at 40 points or more, that you would probably see the clock running. We'll see if that'll be the case.
We've got to.
So again, I just got a note, and thank you for the producing staff here helping us out. That is Kankakee that's at 6, not Caneville. I have the wrong team, so I apologize and thank you for the correction.
Actually, this is the other Jim who started that before the broadcast, and now I have ruined the other Jim.
So we'll have a kickoff here with under 6 by Yorkville to Kankakee. The kick is up. Looks like it's going to be a fair catch by a Kankakee player here. That player is number 10.
Number 10, Jaron Hill Jr.
Correct. So he called a fair catch. And the
now that was a fair catch. You saw him wave his hand.
That was a very good
3-4
wave.
times. The last time they did it was like a one wave. Like, what was that?
Nice. Well, and as Jim, you noted, the cheerleaders are doing their push-ups. And they're going to have to hit 40 now, so that's some good effort for them. As the Kankakee K's come out for 1st and 10 from their own 28. We will see what they're going to do here late in the game.
I think,
all heart though, they've really kept pressing.
All heart. I think that they stick with their game plan. I think they look at this. If the score stays the same, as just a learning opportunity, just to tighten up the offense. Work a little bit on the defense.
And a run up the middle by number 5, Chuck Weathersby, who's probably come in for the starting running backs later in the game for looks like about a 1-yard gain, so it'll be 2nd and 9. And I agree, the K's have been all over it and keep pushing, which is great to see. Shotgun snap, bobbled, but picked up. Stewart runs to his right and will...
kind of slides down there.
Yeah, and he may have actually lost a yard there. Looks like the Foxes closed quickly on that one, and he did not have much running room at all whatsoever. So yeah, there was actually a loss of a yard, so it'll be 3rd and 10 from their own 28. And we'll see what Kankakee has.
You know who's the best tackler on the field, right?
Which is?
The sideline.
Yeah, it has been. That's true.
Never misses a tackle.
Yep. Handoff there, and nothing going as they were all over it. Number 20, Henry Doparth for the Foxes was all over that tackle. And Chuck Weathersby had nowhere to go. It looks like he lost another yard, so it'll be 4th and 11 from their 27, and that'll be a timeout by Yorkville. That's their final timeout of the half. And Kankakee will still have 2 left. So there's 4:39 left here at Campbell Field. It's been an exciting night. We've seen some big plays, some aerial assault passes. We've seen a long run. We've seen a onside kick. So there's been
we've seen 2 onside kicks.
There's some very exciting action, and actually one for Kankakee as well.
Yeah, exactly.
The rain, as you can still see, is coming down. It's been this pretty constant all evening. We've had some times of a lull, but for the most part, the breeze and the rain from the south has been here.
It's been constant, but it feels a couple of degrees warmer now than it did earlier today. So, once again, great football weather. It's just ball handling right now with the rain.
So it's 4th down. Spivery's back. We're not sure if he's going to kick or wildcat. He's done a little bit of both tonight. We'll see what he's going to do on the kick. Yorkville back.
Good kick.
Looks like number 7 is back there. That's Keegan Davey. He ran back from the from the free safety position, wondering if they were going to wildcat and let the ball go out of bounds. Looked like it went out of bounds about the 37-yard line of the Foxes there. So I would not think that we will see Beetham anymore. I think his night is probably done with 4.5 left here. We'll see which quarterback will come out.
Yeah, I think the coaches are trying to. I think the coaches are trying to get everybody through the game here.
That's true. And now I guess we're seeing that there was a unsportsmanlike conduct call on Kankakee, which unfortunately has been the tune for them this evening. They've had some really bad luck with the penalties, and this one's costly as a unsportsmanlike conduct call late in the game. Probably frustrations getting their emotions getting the best of someone there, and an extra 15 yards for the Foxes. So instead of the Foxes starting at mid-30, looked like it would have been the 32 or the 35-yard line. They're going to be marched off here. And it looks like if the referee keeps walking, they might be starting on the Kankakee side of the field. And most definitely they will. It looks like they'll be starting on about their own, the Kankakee, not their own, the Kankakee 43-yard line. And they'll start there. So let's see how it goes late in the 4th quarter here. Looks like there's a new quarterback. We'll get you that in a moment once we see who is at the helm now. Looks like there's a handoff. No, it's tucked in by number 18, the quarterback. Looks like that is Ben Stemmet. And on the keeper, he may have pulled enough for a first down. He might be a little short. It looks like about 8 yards there. So it looks like it's going to be 2nd and short. We'll see where the ball is spotted.
Ben's pulling Ironman duty today, huh? Both sides, both ways.
He is doing that. That is excellent. So it's 2nd and 3 from the 36. Gain is 7. We'll see what Stemmet does here out of the shotgun. Ball is snapped. He hands off. No, he'll tuck. And he'll run to his right. Not a lot of room. He's making something out of nothing and getting a couple yards there with legs chugging and hard effort there. May have been enough to get the first down. We'll see if they're going to move the chains. I would think he's out about the 32-yard line, it looks like.
Was that Burns on the stop there, primary stop? In the case.
Yep. And it looks like it is enough for the first down. It'll be spotted at the 30-yard line, so first down Yorkville, under 4 minutes to play. I figured they'll probably be taking their foot off the gas a little bit more this late in the game. But they've played a solid offensive game, and they're rolling. So let's see what Stemmet does here.
Well, here we go with the additional auxiliary players. Then these guys are going to go. These guys are going to go hard. This is their chance.
Sure. Back to Stemmet out of the shotgun. He looks. He's pressured from his right. It looks like and then he will be going down as a trio of white-shirted Ks come after him.
But it was Chuck Withersby that had his jersey that slowed him up.
So that'll bring us to 2nd down. It doesn't look like they really lost too much yard there, maybe about a yard. So it'll be 2nd 11 from the 31-yard line. Receivers split to the outsides. Stemmet now under center with a fullback and a running back. Looks like Trey Thomas is the running back. Let's see if they'll go to him. Nope, it's the handoff up to the fullback. That is Jack Quantock, and it looks like Hill gets a yard or two. Let's see where the ball is spotted on that. And that was number 44, Jack Quantock.
Team tackled here, but number 55, Michael Griffin, is in there.
Looks like based on the spot, they're giving him a yard or two, it looks like. Yeah, no, they gave him actually 4 on that, so it'll now be 3rd or 7. I thought it was just a short gain of 1 or 2, but I guess they'll give them forward momentum on that. And they're actually, now they're revising it on the scoreboard, so it's a 3-yard gain. So it's 3rd and 8 from the 28-yard line with under 2 minutes to play. Stemmet under center. Let's see how this will shake out. Almost got the cadence, and did he get him to jump? It looked like a K did jump. Let's see if he got him to jump. Oh no, they're going to call false start on the Foxes. So the coach will be out asking about that because he's not happy with that, but he thought it might have been a jump by the K's, but it actually was some movement by the Foxes, moving them back 5 yards there. So it's 3rd and 13 from the 33.
We've got some excited
with
players.
A minute and a half left.
We've got some excited players out there right now.
Yeah.
So that's understandable. With a minute 26 left.
Yep. Stemmet under center. He hands off for a couple of yards. So looks like Yorkville's happy to run out the clock here. They've had a great offensive show. They've had some big plays.
Stopped by Burns again.
Yep, and we've been calling his name left and right. Great game. Looks like the Foxes will get a few yards on that 3rd down play, but it'll be 4th and long. Not sure if they're punter or they'll just down the ball. Stemmet's getting the call from the coach. We saw great defense by Yorkville all night. Yeah. Solid, very good pass defense, excellent run defense. They've been in the backfield a lot. Kankakee
you don't take victory position at this point?
Kankakee has caused some of their own problems with the penalties as well as the ball security, but we'll see what 4th and 11 shows up. Under 20 seconds here.
They'll get one play off.
Yep, and then I can see them just down it right here. Let's see if they just do a handoff straight up the middle. And the ball's slipped out. Stemmet's going to be dropped for a loss there. But there's only about 10 seconds left, so I think the Foxes will be fine with that. We'd quickly like to thank the producer and director. That's Mike Rennell for our production here at Fox Valley Television, as well as our camera crew, Joey Crawford doing a fine job, and Victor Mejia. So I'd like to thank them. Jim, it's been a great time with you as well. Thank you for all the help today and the color analysis. Got about 11 seconds left here. Kankakee will have the ball one last time. I'm not sure if we'll see a Hail Mary. What would you think? You think you're going to see a Hail Mary, or are we going to see a handoff up the middle and call it an evening? Okay.
Victory position.
We see the victory position, so I think that they're ready to call it an evening. And
but no, they're not. They're not. They're going to do one more.
Well, and I think Kankakee did call a timeout here, so we'll see what they're going to come out with for their last couple of plays here. It'll be 1st and 10 Kankakee ball at their own 45.
I'm sorry, that was 4th down. I'm sorry, I thought the Foxes.
No, it was. Yes, I'm sorry. No, you're correct. It's the K's ball, and as I saw with your hands in a V, you're correct. It's the victory formation, although not in this shape for the K's. But that'll be it for the.
Would that be the up arrow?
Yeah.
Up arrow position for the other team.
But nonetheless, Foxes with a great opening game victory as the clock sounds 40-6. Yorkville Foxes with the win. Great game by both teams. Kankakee on the short end with 40-6. Great game. Thank you for everyone who's tuned in to Fox Valley Television.
Before we go, next week we will be at?
We'll be at Plano. And they will be playing Marengo. So it will be Plano versus Marengo at Plano. And we look forward to seeing everyone next week. Please tune in to Fox Valley Television.
All right. Thanks, Jim.